I'm that guy Randy with dead animal heads on the wall. Would you expect me to put them up there while they're still alive? Woo! I've been looking these bridges over really close. This is the Martin Bridge, this is the Gibson one. And I got to thinking about, you know, are the saddles going to be exactly in the same spot? And they are. I measured the bridges. And the saddles are identically in the same spot. So we're good to go there. I got thinking about that yesterday, I think it was. And I figured I needed to measure that, man, make sure. Talked to the owner. He doesn't want to do a neck reset. He wants to do, he says if it plays okay down to about the 7th or 8th fret, I said I can probably get it maybe down to about the 10th. And the action is going to get very high from then on back to the saddle, because the plane of the fretboard not matching the plane of the bridge. But I am going to, I got some funky paper here. I don't even know where it came from, sandpaper. It says Napa. It says aluminum oxide open coat 36D, and you can see it is very, very rough, man. Extremely rough. And I'm going to start taking off of the bottom of this Martin style. And I'm going to measure the wings again first, so I'll know how much I'm taking off of it. Get as much off of the bottom as I can and keep as much wing as I can. And we're going to glue the bridge onto the guitar. Let that set up for at least 24 hours. I'm going to come back and take a belt sander probably, or maybe a plane, and shave the top of the bridge as much as I can. You know, that's all you can do, man, without resetting the neck and to make the guitar playable. So let me bring you on over here, show you what I'm talking about. Lost my remote. Hold on. So, you know, I'm not going to be able to take very much off of the bottom of the bridge here. I just got this really rough sandpaper out here, man. And it's going to sit here for a long time and do that. And see how it goes. I might have to take a belt sander to it, or some other method. But, yeah, that's working. Yeah, see the dust. Rosewood dust. Oh yeah, it's roughing it up nice. Anyways, I'm going to do this for a while. Measure it again. I don't know what I'm going to get it down to. It's got to be down, those wings are going to have to be, or going to be pretty thin. This whole bridge, this entire bridge is going to be pretty thin. Really, really thin. Now, I'm not going to bore you to death with this, but I'll show you what I was doing here. So you can already see it's coming off, man. I'll score that pretty heavily too. But I'll work on this a while and I'll bring you back and we'll get into it. I'm going to glue this puppy on. Right. It's been like an hour and a half later. Man, this rosewood is some hard, tough stuff, I'm telling you. I sanded these down to 1/1000th of an inch thick. There you can see it. Maybe you can see that. 101. Took a lot, quite a lot off of it. 104, 5. Roughly 1/1000th of an inch thick. These wings I'm talking about, the ends of it. Now, like I say, we'll put this on the guitar, glue it on, and then after the glue sets up, we're going to have to shave that top way down thin, man, to make it work with that tiny little fretboard extension that's very thin. So let's get geared up for that. This Martin bridge is a little bit less wide this way, that way, across here. It's a little bit lesser wide than what the Gibson is. So I'm either going to have a tiny little bit of wood showing up here on the front of the bridge, or a tiny little bit on the back. Maybe I can center it just in between those both and have a little bit on both sides. I never noticed that before now, but it is. It's just a tiny little bit wider, you know, than the Gibson bridge is. So you're going to see it's not going to fit that footprint just exactly, but yeah, it'll look okay. I'm pretty sure it'll work. We are rolling. Alright, before we do anything else, I just want to, that sandpaper roughed that bridge up, but I'm just going to take this ice pick and I'm going to rough it up some more. You don't have to worry so much about ripping out the wood fibers with this rosewood as you do with that. I already prepared that surface off camera yesterday. I didn't even video it. So much stuff going on with Q-Ball, and I have to have her get her down to the vet and all that jazz. So I didn't fool with video, and I just prepared it. Cleaned the old glue off, glue. And we'll hit it with something there and knock the dust and stuff away so we get better contact. This really helps. I like to even go in between the bridge pinholes, if at all possible. I don't know if y'all seeing, if I'm holding it up to the camera or not. Yeah, maybe there you can see it. I'm just scoring it up good so the glue will have places to get into and stick. I'm going to brush that off again just in case any dust may have gotten on it or the bridge here. And we are ready to rock and roll, I think. Look at that, man. That's still way up higher than it should be. So I got glue, I got water, I got paper towels, I got rags, wet rags, dry ones, cup of water, brush. I think we're ready to rock, man. I think. I'm going to have a lot of squeeze out, but that's okay. Squeeze out's always a good thing, right? I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this, but I'll try. Try to show you as good as I can. Spread that out as evenly as possible. And lay this here without getting it all over me. We'll do the same thing to the bridge. Let me stand up here so for your viewing pleasure. And we're just going to cover it up with glue. I won't need quite as much because I have quite a lot already on the guitar. Spread that out, cover the entire. I want this entire bridge to be touching bare wood everywhere. That's one of the main ingredients, kids. You want glue to literally be everywhere between the guitar and the bridge. And there we go. I don't have any locating pins here, you see. So locating this is going to be a little bit touchy. I want to let that set just for a few minutes too, because a lot of times you go clamping something like this without any pins in it, it'll move on you. We don't want this bridge moving. I want that bridge exactly in the footprint. And right there it is. Just right dead money, I think. It's hard to see the footprint when the bridge is with the glue oozing out of it. But I think that's it. Mostly. Yeah, it looks good. Just going to give that a minute though, for that glue to kind of bite in, you know, so the thing won't move. When you go clamping it down, that happens. Occasionally it happens. Well, it'll happen a lot if you allow it. It looks good. Come down this way just a little bit. Yeah, it's already starting to set. This is good.
Hold on.
Let me wipe that off better than that so I can see it. Alright. Yes. So we just let that sit there for a few minutes now. And bite in. Well, I think we're set. Start gluing her up now, clamping it up rather. Alright, I'm going to put this clamp in the middle, right in the center of the bridge. I'm going to put a piece of leather there, like so, and aluminium. I could line it up with the bridge a little bit better than that. It's about the same width as the bridge. It's got a tendency to want to slide around a lot. Check that squeeze out. Wipe some of it away while that thing sets up some more. Try to get some of that squeeze out wiped off before it really starts to set up. Yes, sir, folks. I'm the Randy guy with the dead animal heads on the wall. Somebody must have stepped on Dave's tail again. I don't know, man. I guess by the time this video goes live, we'll know what Davey Boy's talking about, or what he had in mind with that live stream he's going to do. See got some glue on the wing. The wings on this bridge are I think they're a tiny bit wider than the wings on the Gibson bridge. So there's going to be a little bit of wood stick out there with the bridge, you know. Yeah. Going to be a tiny little bit of wood stick out. The footprints a slight, ever so slightly bit bigger than the bridge. This bridge is the one I'm putting on here. I don't think it's not going to be very noticeable, but I'm going to know it's there. Alright, we're going to get more squeeze out, so there's really no need in worrying a whole lot about squeeze out right now. We're going to get a bunch more of it, and we're going to tighten those clamps up. Bearing down on that bridge. I just want to give it a few minutes to set up there before I do that, so it won't move. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. Now, this is going to be fun. That wasn't bad. All you got was the brace in the way inside of there. Exactly in the way. That's as far over as I can get that. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Okay, here we go. No. There he is. There's a brace. Perfectly in the way. Check that out. Can't get this. I can get it on there, but it's not going to be toward the end of the thing the way I wanted it to be. That's tight enough for right now. A little bit more. We really bear down on this thing once we do get all the clamps on it. Same thing there, brace in the way. I'm going to have to, right there is as far as I can go, man, with that. Just want to make sure that sucker doesn't move. Yes, sir. Bearing down on it. Check that squeeze out, folks. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, man, that's getting really tight. Get this one a little bit more. Yeah, it didn't move. And we got good squeeze out everywhere. We're going to get some more though in a minute. Oh, we got good squeeze out back here. Wow. Get some of that off of there. Especially off the top, because I don't want to glue anything to the top of the bridge. The dude with the dead animal heads on the wall. Wow, man. You really think I'd put live animal heads up there? Oh man, YouTube is a funny place. A lot goes on behind the scenes that you guys never see, man, or know about. And a lot of it goes on in my old videos. My old videos. In the comments. If you're ever bored and you just want to, I could even give you links to them. Go in and read some of those comments. They are unbelievable, some of the stuff people says and comes up with. Some of it's funny, some of it's very wrong. More and more people on YouTube every day. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now, I can drive these in there. Get just a little bit more squeeze out on these wings. Hopefully. And I'm going to turn around this way to do that. I don't know how well you're seeing this, but hopefully you're seeing it okay. Oh, you gotta check that out, man. A lot more squeeze out coming out there. This wedge right here, I need a heavier wedge. Hold on. Let's try this. Put that piece of wood there. And try to get under that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we got more squeeze out now. Get some of that cleaned up. Yes, sir. This bridge is never coming off. It's never going to come off like the other one did. Never going to come off. I got to get in there. So I need this little screwdriver for that. Hopefully I'll be able to get right in under that wedge. Yes, sir. In fact, I'm going to go clear across that with this because it's much smaller. Tip. That lets me get in even closer. Alright, more squeeze out around the back. Lots of squeeze out back here. This is good. This is good. I gotta get under this wedge right here a little bit. That did it. Still got to drill the holes in this and the pinholes I'm talking about. Bridge pin holes. We still got to drill bridge pin holes through the guitar, not the bridge. The bridge already got them. Let's try this. Aha, that works. Do the other side. Oh, I can't get under that side like that. Something just fell. That other side doesn't have as much squeeze out, but it came out there pretty good. Alright, let me use this little screwdriver back here. Yeah, still getting it, man. That entire bridge, well, you can't see the wings. That entire that bridge, the Martin style bridge, is not as thick this way as the Gibson bridge is. You know, the Gibson bridge is just a tiny little bit thicker. So like I said, there's going to be a little, you're going to see a tiny little bit of the footprint all around that. I mean, I centered it up as good as I could, and it looks like it's right on the money. But you're going to see that little tiny footprint around the outside, ever so lightly. It's just so lightly, man, but you can see it. Maybe when the glue dries, you won't notice it so bad. Well, it's not even noticeable, really. But, you know, I can see it because I know I checked, and this bridge, the Gibson bridge, is wider. And there's what it looked like up close. See if I could get this clamp out here closer to the end. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, but it's still going to work. It's still going to be okay with these wedges in there. The same thing with this one over here. I'd like to got it way out here, but it's okay with the wedges in. You can see plenty of squeeze out there. And it's going to keep squeezing out too. Now, I don't know if you all are able to see that footprint. I got the wrong lens on here. See the footprint sticking out there in front of the bridge? It's like that on the back too. It's center of the footprint, but that footprint from the Gibson bridge is bigger than the Martin style bridge, just ever so lightly bigger. So there it is, glued up, screwed up and tattooed. I have a mirror down in there just so I can see, you know, what's going on inside. Those braces are hitting the X brace. That's why I couldn't put them to the X brace. It was right there, right on the end of that aluminum bar, so I couldn't get those clamps on the, you know, out farther. In the next video, we will take all this crap off. We'll probably drill the holes in the guitar. I want to fix this crack back here too. You know, somebody asked me the other day, they said their guitar dried up and the finish all cracked up and stuff on it. Well, no, not the finish. I think the guitar cracked, the wood. And they said they humidified it and the cracks all went back together and it looked good. But they said if they could they just keep it humidified and leave those cracks alone, would it be okay? And I said, no, man. You know, if the wood's cracked, the finish is cracked, elements are going to get in there, just like this crack right here. The wood's not cracked, but the finish is. Elements are going to get in that. Yeah, I can also already see where it's happening. I'll show you that on the next video. You can already see where it's starting to happen. Anytime you got a crack in your finish like that, or in the wood, elements, skin oil, salty oil from you, or you know, everything, polish, when you polish the guitar, everything's going to get in there, and eventually that crack is going to grow. It's going to get bigger, and it's going to get worse, and bad things are going to happen. You're going to cuss yourself because you let it happen. So, you know, I told you, I said, no, they need to glue, man. Even though you humidified the guitar, and they look like they went back together, they will go back together, usually. You still need to glue them and seal them. And all I've got to do to this crack is seal it. And show you all the old razor blade trick. You new subscribers, there's a bunch of you came here since I've done that the last time, however long ago it was. But I'll show you how I do it, seal it, and you won't have to worry about it anymore. These cracks up here, the big ones, are sealed from the wood glue I put in. And I put CA glue on them too, just to, you know, as a backup. I put thin viscosity CA glue on it, so if there was any openings, it could run down in there. And now I sanded them down. Well, yeah, I think I did a video on the one crack. We'll do this one back here like that, and then we'll level it. So I think that's it. Cheers to you. Thanks for watching. Hope this video helps some of you guys. And Cue Ball is not here. This is, I think, the first night in her life in 7 years that she's not been here, and it is so weird, man, not having her here at the house. But maybe she might get to come home tomorrow. She'll be home, but I hope by the time you all see this video. So cheers, thanks for watching. The Randy dude with the dead animal heads on the wall is going to be clear with you. Cheers. Oh yeah, I got to wipe more squeeze out of the way here in a minute, but I wanted to tell you, almost every video I make comes up and it says unsuitable for ads. You know, I don't know if I'll do it or not, but I'm thinking about making a video that is definitely unsuitable for ads. So stay tuned. If that comes along, it's gonna strike some people pretty hard, I think. Cheers to you. See you soon.